Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 1. Today we are going to show you the history of the United States. I'm Jocelyn.
I am Leona.
I'm G.
And at first, I'm going to tell you a little story. On the evening of August 3rd, 1492, Columbus departed from Palos with 3 ships. And he first sailed to Canary Island, where he restocked and made repairs. And at September 6th, he started to have a 5-week voyage across the ocean. And therefore, land was sighted at 2 a.m. on October 12, 1492. Columbus called the first island they reached was San Salvador, but the natives called it Guanahani. And then Columbus did his second, third, and fourth voyages. And on the third voyage, he set free on the North America. And the U.S. is between Canada and Mexico. And the United States consists of 50 states and a federal district. The 50 states include Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, and so on. And at 3.729 million square miles, and with around 350 million people, the United States is the third largest country of total area. And the capital of the United States is Washington, D.C., and New York City is the largest city. The national flag of United States consists of 13 horizontal stripes of red alternate with white, with a blue rectangle in the center, bearing 50 white 5-pointed stars in the 9 offset horizontal rows of 6 stars. The 50 stars on the flag represent the 50 states of the United States, and the 30 stripes represent the 30 British colonies that declared independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain and became the first states to be independent in the Union. And here is the part of the American national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner was written in the morning on September 14, 1812 by Francis Scott Key. The first verse of the poem, which is now the American national anthem, describes what Scott saw from the American cruise ship he stayed on the ship in Baltimore Harbor during the battle. And the bald eagle is a significant bird of prey that is native to the North America. The bald eagle are not actually bald. The name derives from an old meaning named white-headed. And the bald eagle has been the national symbol since 1782. And in 1986, the U.S. Congress passed an act to declaring the rose to be the floral symbol of the U.S. And here is the quote from the president by signing this act. Americans have always loved the flowers which decorate our land. More often than any other flower, we hold the rose dear as the symbol of life and love and devotion, of beauty and eternity, for the love of man and woman, for the love of mankind and God, for the love of country. Americans who will speak the languages of the heart do so with the rose. And the following are the influential events. And the American Revolution is a war for independence from British, began as a small skirmish between British troops and armed colonies on April 19, 1775, and more than 250 redcoats were killed. The Americans lost 93 men, and finally, the Treaty of Paris acknowledged the independence freedom of the 30 former American colonies, now states. And next, Leona is going to introduce the formation of the United States.
Formation of the national government. The 13 American colonies became the 13 United States of America in 1783, following the war for independence from Britain. And before the war, they approved a framework for their common efforts. And these Articles of Confederation provided a union, but an extremely loose and fragile one. And George Washington called it a rope of sand. There was no common currency, and there was no national military forces, and there was a little centralized control over foreign policy, and there was no national system for imposement and collecting taxes. Since the Bill of Rights had adopted more than 200 years, only 17 amendments have been added to the Constitution. And the next is sectional conflicts. The United States in 1850 was a huge nation. Wider differences in geography, natural resources, and development were obvious from region to region. In 1819, Missouri applied for statehood. However, the Northern objected because there were 10,000 slaves there. The Congressman Henry Clay of Kentucky proposed a compromise, and he says Missouri would enter the Union and continue to permit slavery, while Maine would enter as a free state. Most Northerners were unwilling to change the existence to in the South, but many opposed its expansion to the Western territories. The South states think they has the right to have their own status. A young politician from Illinois, Abraham Lincoln, he felt it is a national issue, not a local one. And he said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently have slaves and have free. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved, but I do expect it will cease to be divided." And next is Civil War. The North and the South went to a war in April 1861. And the Southern states had the right, they claimed they had the right to secede and form their own confederacy. And the Northerners, under the leadership of the President Lincoln, determined to stop the rebellion and pursue the Union. For 4 years, strong battles fought in Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Georgia. And naval battles were fought in Atlantic coast and on the Mississippi River. Several months later, Lincoln issued a preliminary emancipation proclamation, and it was fighting to end the slavery. And the growth and transformation. After the Civil War, the United States has become an urban nation. war in 1898 with Spain. That the United States control over several Spanish overseas possessions, such as in Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. Officially, the United States government enhanced them to move to self-government. However, in fact, they maintain administrative control. Next, let's welcome Jim to introduce the following.
In the early 1930s, President Franklin Roosevelt proposed the New Deal, a plan designed to lift America out of the Great Depression as quickly as possible. And while the New Deal provided tangible help to millions of Americans in adversity in restoring prosperity. Later times will come, but it is not until another world war has swept the United States into its path. The United States tried to remain neutral from totalitarian regimes. In Germany, Italy, and Japan, expanded their control over neighboring countries. Most people were focused on what was happening in Europe. When Japan returned to resources of raw materials used by Western industries, President Harry Truman, who believed that the invasion of Japan would be even worse, was willing to use atomic bomb to bring the war to an end. When Japan refused to surrender, he ordered bombs dropped in the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Finally, the World War II finally ends in August 1945. The Cold War, Korean conflict, and failure. The United States played a major role in global affairs in the years immediately after World War II, especially through its influence in the newly formed United Nations and North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The most important political and diplomatic issue of the early post-war period was the Cold War. It grew out of long-standing disagreements between the United States and the Soviet Union over which type of government and economic system produced the most liberty, unity, and prosperity. When North Korea, supported by China and the Soviet Union, invaded South Korea the next year, the United States secured United Nations support for military intervention. The North Koreans were eventually pushed back and States sent troops to defend South Italy against the insurgency west of North Italy. American home escalated greatly but was not enough to prevent the South Italy from collapsing in 1975. Construction from 1950 to 1980. Most Americans felt confident with the role in the war in the 1950s. They accept the need for a strong stance against global communism and supported efforts to share the benefits of democracy as widely as possible. At home, they even experienced phenomenal economic gains and assumed to observe this economy. The working class built the group of suburban areas around cities. Yet not all Americans participate in good life, and gradually changes to the status quo began to mount. During the 1960s to 1970s, many American women expressed frustration that they didn't have the same opportunities as men. The great social changes of the 1950s to 1980s grew out of an open, free, and diverse society. Demands for change were sometimes peaceful, sometimes deadly. Compromises were necessary, surely, and sometimes slowly the United States changed to better reflect its multicultural society. End of the 20th century. The last decades of the 20th century were no exception. The liberal activism of the 1960s to 1970s were replaced by a new conservatism in the 1980s. Former actor and Republican governor of California, Ronald Reagan, represented stability to many Americans. Won 2 terms as president. Americans moved to a more centrist position in 1992 and elected as president Kansas Governor Bill Clinton, who had organized his campaign around the themes of unity and change. Global differences in politics turned especially bitter after the presidential election of 2000. The popular vote and the electoral college vote were nearly even divided between Democrat Al Gore and Republican George Bush. After a series of court challenges over laws and procedures governing the House, the United States Supreme Court handed down a narrow decision that effectively gave the election to Bush. Americans were generally united in the early phases, but many grew increasingly uncomfortable as the operation expanded. The long-term effect of events and trends occurring at the beginning of the 21st century have yet to be fully understood.
And this is our conclusion. From the beginning as a group of colonies hugging the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, and the United States has undergone a remarkable transformation. The first universal nation it represents there are every nationality and ethnic group on earth. And every event happened in the United States state are often the first sign of the modernization and the change that bring the society and nations into an interdependent and interconnected world.